And this one is off of Twitter. Solomon_Bucci has this to say. He says, faithfulness in marriage is never about attraction or sex. It is a self-control problem. There's hardly any married person that won't acknowledge that they've probably seen people with better beauty and physical attributes. It's always a choice to look away and remember the one you vowed to stick to forever. I absolutely agree.
Well said.
I absolutely agree. People come and tell you that, oh, I met my soulmate after I got married and stuff like
well
that.
said, but reality is somewhere lighting Cuban cigar.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I don't believe in soulmates.
What's soulmate?
Exactly. I don't believe in soulmates.
What was a soulmate?
People talk about that perfect person whereby
There's no perfect person,
everything just sits in.
No,
I don't think that exists.
So the thing about that idea of soulmate, perfect person, is we make people what we want them to be. When you're in love with someone,
They're the best thing in
This
the
person is
world.
the most perfect in the world,
break
yeah.
up first. Now be this. Now we say they follow with this. It's just what it is.
Like, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Like, she know even she. It's just life.
I just know to say something big past the other.
Once you break up like this,
won't
reality
say-
sets in.
I understand where you're coming from about not believing in soulmates, but I won't say that soulmates don't exist, but people don't understand that you can fall in and out of love. You can meet somebody and feel this person is your soulmate and it doesn't work out.
Okay, you know what?
You get me?
There's something I would like to say when it comes to maintaining friendships and relationships, and this goes both male and female. You see, for you to have something to sustain that long, you have to put in efforts. You have to put in, some work. And a lot of people do not want to do that. They just feel like we're just going to, no, nothing succeeds without being intentional, without putting in effort. And that's why I don't believe in soulmates. You guys can even share the
Anybody
same...
can be a soulmate.
Anyone can, anyone can.
If you design the person so.
I think the reason why relationships don't last is because options too much. Right now, in the world we live in today, options too much.
Scientific.
Just fight with your wife and open your Instagram.
Yeah, but
Instagram.
that's what Solomon is saying, that there are always options, but it's that self-control.
Intentionality.
You've never
self-control.
been this accessible. All those options have never been this accessible.
Not like
now.
But it still comes down to having a choice and making the choice to follow the option.
I've said it on this black table before, and I'll say it again. There's no woman, no matter how faithful she is in this world, no matter how faithful, married, happily married woman, and there's a guy in her office that is constantly hitting on her every day, complimenting her dress, complimenting her shoe. Most faithful woman in the world. One day, she'll come to work. She and her husband would have just had a fight the night before.
And she'll confide in
And that guy would just say, oh, nice dress. She'll be like, thanks.
Yeah.
Normally before she did chinamo, she'll probably just say, thanks. If the guy,
and that guy's name would
That
be like
opening.
Mazino.
Just that, thanks. She's done for. If the guy knows, once he sees a crack, you know what I'm talking about.
I know. Not that I agree, but I know what you're talking about.
So, gang, you say, not that you agree, but I'm with Femi on this.
No, but
I think
it's just what it is.
We're built for reassessment. And when you don't have it,
but there's some people who would always say no.
Bro,
No.
there's no human being that can say no 365 days
Yes,
a
there
year.
is.
So the best thing you can do for yourself is don't even put yourself in that situation.
Yes, don't put it too.
How would you not put yourself in that situation?
So
life is made out of
for
every single instance. You cannot say that you will not have a
let's
dispute with your
assume
wife.
let's assume I was walking in a place where there's one girl that is always throwing at me, and I know say I don't want to. And the girl is fine, right? I know that,
Now
bro.
you be victim now.
I know that, bro. I should start looking for another job because I can't see her for 2 years straight. One day she will pin me when your defenses are down. It go happen.
And you'll be the victim.
You'll be the victim.
Yeah.
But it go don't happen. Let's be realistic.
But even when it happens, you have the opportunity to say no.
But it don't happen, bro. Like,
Wait. See, I tell people that someone asked me, so I put out something on my WhatsApp status. I said, if you could see yourself through the eyes of other people, would you think you're a good person? And I got a lot of interesting feedback. Some people said there's no need. I know I'm a bad person. See, you're as good as your circumstances.
You are.
And that is
You
what
are.
I believe.
Yes.
See, when you're placed in certain situations, that will determine how you react.
Yes.
And a lot of times when, in the scope of what we're talking about, when people lack certain things that needs to be filled up, they're victim.
Can I come in
hands
here?
down.
Let me come in here and say this. When I was younger, I'll take your position. But the older, mature man that I am, I'll take Gang's position on this.
Sure.
I think the older you get, the more self-aware you get, the more self-control
Manzino,
you build.
I don't wait.
Hang on a second.
I will argue this one.
No,
You know
no,
why?
no,
You know
no,
why?
let-
Let me counter you.
Let me finish.
Let me counter him. Let me counter him. See, the
let
thing
him
is,
go for the
every
cards.
one of us on this table, we're in our 40s. And I remember I asked you this last week. I said, we don't get the attention we used to get when we're much younger. When I say we don't get the attention, you know, simple things, the fun things, you know, you have so much ahead of you.
Attention from who? The other gender?
From life generally. From life generally.
I don't know about
Wait,
you.
wait. When I say life generally, you know, the older you get, the more you expected.
The more focused you
you
are
know,
in life, yeah.
you know, to be here. But you see, whether we like it or not, whether I want to agree or not, when you don't have those things, because we can speak for ourselves and say in our own different sphere of life, we're successful. But there are many people out there who lack these things. And when you lack it, and then you don't get the support to keep you morally up, you go fall. And the way you fall is
No,
has nothing to do
listen,
with your
Wait,
age.
sorry, Gang, hang on a second. See, listen.
Even
Man,
if you
yeah,
support,
yeah,
they
yeah.
use go still
You
fall.
go fall.
You go
Gang,
fall.
back me up here.
I'm backing you up for the first time. me and
For the
Zeno
first
agree
time
on
ever.
this.
Listen, I'm 42. 10 years ago, I do not. Every 10 years, your personality changes. 10 years ago, I did not have the disposition that I have currently. And I say to you that the way I see life now, especially when it comes to relationships and how I attend to attention from the opposite sex, has absolutely changed. I have had instances recently where people tell me that, oh, when I was at your office, you didn't even send me stuff. I was even giving you the green light. I'm like, I don't see those things. I don't need to see it.
I give you.
Because I'm older.
So
Back then, I would be excited about
So let me
it.
end it for you here.
So
if they
that
give you,
self-control,
forget self-control. If they
it
give you,
comes to maturity.
bro, if they give you a Byron paper,
Maturity and
around,
self-control
if they
don't
give
be
you a
the same.
Byron paper and I tell you, Mazino, write, describe your ultimate woman. Of course, you have those things.
There's no such thing as an
No, no,
ultimate
let's just
woman.
assume that, okay,
Your preference.
your preference in
Yeah,
the
your
woman.
preference.
My wife.
If you list it out, okay. If you list it out,
Politically speaking.
we now clone this person, and she walk right next to you every day. She walks right beside you every day
You
in
know
this
go
office,
recognize her, say.
bro. And she's now coming onto you. Ah, life don't already score you 2-0
I would
now.
have been married to her since now.
No, I'm talking about now. So the thing is,
For me, I don't know. The thing is, I've met people in my life. You get me? I've met principled people, morally sounding people that I can
Wait, that
say
you can vouch for?
I can vouch. I will vouch for with my life. And I will tell you that here's the funny thing, because what you're trying to say now is that of course everybody is flawed.
No, gang.
But there are people that will always say no. They won't put themselves in that situation,
if
but
you
they find
follow
themselves there.
anybody around,
They will say
if you
no.
follow anybody around for 1 week and you have uninterrupted access to
Guy,
that person, you
don't
have
ever
a
do
different
that.
I
opinion
have
of the
met with
person.
some people
If
that
we
they
don't
will always say
do-
no.
If we keep going, we'll have no time to talk
You
about
know
what
they,
we
bro, you know they.
Femi,
You know they.
listen, let's reserve it
Men,
for
they fall
Femi,
every day.
let's
like the
reserve
one
this
of
for the end of the
Jericho.
show.